Hi everyone, this is RANA sir. How are you dears? Okay dears, welcome to our RANA sir educational channel. Today I will talk on a topic whose name is the coordinate geometry. In coordinate geometry, previously I have explained about quadrant and sign of the quadrant and also the information which are available according to the points. If 2 points will be given, so how we will calculate the distance between these points. So all informations I have already elaborated here. Now next topic today I will start. That topic is we have to explain about general concept about the section formula of a straight line. Okay student, therefore I am going to suggest you some important information and you positively follow it. First of all, you have to take one notebook and one pen, and then you have to sit at your location properly and positively you have to concentrate on this live video. Okay student, simultaneously you also like this live video and also you share this live video with your colleagues, friends and students so that they can also improve their knowledge on this topic. Topic name is the section formula which is available in the coordinate geometry. Okay students, and simultaneously you also subscribe this channel more and more. Therefore now I am going to start it. Okay, you concentrate on this live video. So here I have to explain with you, this is the class 10th mathematics. It is based on in English medium and we can also say that this is the NCERT pattern and it belongs to CBSE board. Okay students, now this is the chapter number 6, we made the coordinate geometry. Previous chapters I have already described with you, like real number, polynomials, quadratic equations, pair of linear equations in two variables, and also arithmetic progression, and next I am explaining coordinate geometry. So in this coordinate geometry I have to explain with you about section formula. That is, we can say that internal division of a line segment means one line is given and we will divide that line in two parts, and then after division I will get the coordinates of the point which is dividing the line in two sections. Okay students, now I am going to explain this. Okay, first of all here I will write solution. Here we can also say I am going to prove it. This formula I am going to prove it. Students, you concentrate on this point. Now first of all I am going to draw a line and which coordinates is here I am going to write P. Here I will say this point is A. I will say this point is A and its coordinate I will assume x1 comma y1, and other point I am going to say this will be B and its coordinate will be x2 comma y2. Now further, this line is divided into two parts. This line is divided into two parts. First I am going to put in Cartesian name. So I will say this will be the x-axis. So I am going to write here x-axis, and this line I will say this is the y-axis. So here I will write this will be the y-axis. The intersection of these 2 points I will say origin and its coordinate will be 0, 0. Now you concentrate on this point. Okay student, now this line segment is divided by P and its coordinate will be x, y. So this point P is dividing this line segment AB in the ratio M1 is to M2. So here sorry, the length of one portion whose name is AP is M1 and PB whose length will be M2. So this line segment is divided into two parts. One part is M1 and another part is M2. So coordinate of point A is given and also the coordinate of point B is also given. So we will use section formula for evaluating the coordinate of x and sorry, the coordinate of also y. Okay, student. Now first of all, I am going to draw a line from point A to line x-axis. So this is the perpendicular distance. So I am saying this is the perpendicular distance. Again, I am going to draw a line segment from this point to the x-axis, and also I will draw a line which is parallel to the y-axis and it will meet to the x-axis perpendicularly. Okay, student. For that you concentrate. I am going to draw a line which is parallel to the x-axis. So that line will be like this. I will draw that line and that line will be like this. Okay, students. So this line is meeting at this is M1, this will be M2, and this will be, I say, M3, and this will be, suppose that A, P, B I have written, so I will say this will be Y. No, Y is also written in the question, in the solution. So except Y I will use. So here will be M1 and this will be M2. So I am saying this is the 90 degree and also this will be 90 degree. Okay. So we have to calculate this length and also this length, and we will also take this length and also this length. So I am considering according to figure I will write here. We are assuming two points whose coordinates are x1, y1, and other point B whose coordinates is x2, y2, and it is divided in the ratio, and this line segment and this line segment, is divided, this line segment is divided in the ratio M1 is to M2. Okay, student, this is the information, and this information I have written from the diagram, because this is the y-axis and this is the x-axis, and I have taken a line segment AB. This is the line segment because line segment has two endpoints. So one point is A1 and other point is B. One point is A and other point is B. Now every line segment is divided by P with the ratio M1 is to AM2. Okay, students. So I am going to tell you this information I have assumed here. Assumed means suppose that I have supposed here. I have supposed here. Okay, these 2 points. One point maybe A1, A, and other point is B. And this line segment is divided in the ratio M1 is to AM2. Okay, student, it is clear. I know very well. So from this point to this point, the length will be x1. From this point to this point, this length will be x1. Similarly, I will say from this point to this point, the length will be here, given x. So I will say this length will be this length will be x minus x1. Okay students, so this is the information, and this information is clear from the diagram. If any student have any confusion, so student should comment your information in the comment section, and positively I will see your comment and then I will reply positively. Okay students, because this is the point, from this point to y-axis it is the perpendicular distance, that distance will be x1. Similarly, from this line to this line, this distance will be x. So this distance will be x minus x1. Similarly, this distance I have to compute from this point to this point, that will be x2, and from this point to this point, that is x. So here I will write x2 minus x. Here I can write x2 minus x. So this information I can write also here. Okay student, so this is the information, and each and every student has to know it very clear, because from this point to this point I have written here x, and from this line to this line I have to consider x2, that is written here x2. The value of abscissa is here is the value of abscissa is written here x2. So from this line to this line will be x2. So x2 minus x1, this length will be x2 minus x1. Okay student, similarly I will calculate this length and also this length. So if I will calculate this length, so this length will be this length, and this length is y1 and this length is y. So it will be y minus y1. So it will be y minus y1. So in the figure I have to write like this. Okay student, similarly this length is y2 and this length is y. So here I will say this will be y2 minus y. So this is also information, and all information I have written in the diagram, because I have assumed that here the coordinate of A is x1 comma y1, and coordinates of B is x2 comma y2. Now this is the line segment. This line segment is divided by a point, its coordinate is x comma y, and this length is m1, and I have also assumed this length will be m2. Now according to the similarity of the triangle, here I am looking this triangle and this triangle, both are similar. So this triangle and that triangle, that is also similar. So we will use the concept of similarity, and then I will write the information from the figure. So these informations I am going to create for the calculation, because these information already I have written in the diagram. So according to the diagram here I will write according to the diagram. According to the diagram I have to write this length is AP divided by PB. The length of AP is written here m1, so I will here m1, and the length of PB is written here m2, so I will write here m3. This is the information number 1, and this information I will use for evaluating the coordinates of the point P, that is x comma y. I will get the value of x, and also I will get the value of y by using this section step. Okay students, now further I will say according to the similarity of the triangle. It means that this triangle and this triangle, both triangle will be this triangle and this triangle, both triangle will be similar. So I will say triangle A N1P similar, A N to B. Triangle A N to B. Both angles are similar according to similarity. Here by similarity. By similarity. Here I have written information by similarity. So this triangle and this triangle both are equivalent to each other. Therefore, I will write information. The length of AN divided by length of ANP. I will write information. So this information I have to save because further I need it. Therefore, I am going to save it at location. So I have a requirement. I will write AP divided by BP, which is equal to M1 divided by M2. This is the equation number 1, and therefore I have to write there. So according to similarity, I write AP divided by PB, which is equal to AN1 divided by AN1 divided by N1 N2, which is equal to PN1 divided by BN2. Okay, students, so this is the equation number 2 from the similarity of the triangle I have. Okay, students, because triangle AN1P and AN2P both are similar. So if triangles are similar, so I will use the concept of similarity. This length divided by this length, which is equal to this length divided by this length, is equal to this length divided by this length. Sides ratio will be equal. Okay, now I am going to put this information here. Now AP divided by BP, I will write here AM1 divided by AM2. I have written. Now AN1 value is x minus x1 divided by N1 N2. N2 its value is x2 minus x1. x2 minus x, which is equal to, I will put the value of Pn1. So Pn1 is y minus y1. So here I write y minus y1, which is equal to Pn2 Bn2. Its value is B, and its value is y2 minus y1. So from the equation number 1 and the equation number 2, I have substituted the value of AP divided by PB and also AN1 divided by N1 N2, PN1 divided by BN2. After substituting its value, I had got it. Okay, students, after simplifying, I will get the value of x and also y, because here we have to calculate the value of x and y. So I will get the value of x and y, so its coordinate will be in the form of M1, M2, and also value. Also 2 points are given there. One point is x1, y1, and other point is x2, y2. In that form, I will get. So now further, I am going to use. I will simplify. After simplifying this term, I will take 1 times for evaluating its value, and other I will take this term, and after simplifying, I will get the value of x and y, which is evaluated in the form of M1, M2, and also x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay, so further I am going to evaluate this value. One times I will take this 2, and other times I will take this 2. and then after simplifying it, I will get its value. Sorry. Now here I am going to create above data. After creating above data, I will simplify for getting its value. So m1 divided by m2, which is equal to, here I will write which is equal to x minus x1 divided by x2 minus x. Okay, student. So further I will simplify. I will multiply with this term, these two terms, and also I will multiply with these two terms. So after simplify, I will do cross multiplication. I will multiply this one. So m1 into x2 minus x, which is equal to m2. This is m2. In the bracket, I have to write x minus x1. Okay, students. So after simplifying, I will get the value of x. Okay. Similarly, I will simplify this one. So for the error that I am creating, and I will simplify them because there is no space for creating each and every information. Therefore, I am going to simplify it. So here I will multiply m1 into x2 and also m1 into x. So here I will write m1 into x2 minus m1 into x, which is equal to, similarly I will multiply this one. So I will write here m2 into x minus m2 into x1. So I have multiplied it. After multiplied, I will simplify. I will take the value of x in left hand side. So here I will put like this. So this will come in left hand side. So I will put here minus m1 x minus m2 x is equal to, in the right hand side I will put. So it will be minus m1 x2 minus m2 x1. Here I have to put like this. So after simplifying, I will multiply with minus in each term. Also after multiplying, I will take here x common. So here will be minus x common. Here will be m1 plus m2. And here I will take minus common. So here will be m1 x2 plus m2 x1. So I will substitute like this. Okay. Because that I am going to read it for further calculation. Okay, students. Because that I will read it. Now here this minus sign and this minus sign will cancel out. So in the left hand side I will say m1 plus m2 into x, which is equal to, in the right hand side m1 x2 plus m2 x1. Okay, students. So here I have written. Now further I am going to erase zero data. After erasing zero data, then I will find this name. Now left hand side I will write x is equal to, I will put m1 x2 plus m2 x1 divided by m1 plus m2. So coordinate after point, I have got this formula. So this is the formula and the student has to remember. Okay. So here I have to get the value of x and y. Now by using the section formula, I have equate these two terms. After equating, I have got the value of x, which is equal to x2 plus m2 x1 divided by m1 plus m2. That is written. I am going to write in bracket so student will not have any confusion. Okay. So this term I am going to put in bracket. So this information I am going to say because any time it can be used. So what will be the section formula of the x2? So this information I am going to x is equal to m1 x2 plus m2 x1 divided by m1 plus m2. Here I am going to write it in break them. So each and every student has to remember this formula. Okay, this formula is very important. Without formula, you cannot solve any question. So formula is important in mathematics. Okay, students. So section formula of x point x y. Point P, which coordinate is x, y, the value of x I have evaluated here. Okay, student. Now next, we have to equate this value and also this value. So after equation, I will take the value of y in this way. Okay, student. Now this information I am going to erase. After erasing, I will equate. After equating, I will simplify. After simplifying, I will get result. So m1 divided by m2, which is equal to y minus y1 divided by y2 minus y1, y2 minus y. So below data I am going to erase for further calculation. Again I will put the above data in bracket. Below data is also related. I will use with cross multiplication. I will multiply with this and also I will multiply with this. So I will here m1 into y2 minus y, which is equal to m2 into y minus y1. So I will simplify further. Here I will multiply m1 into y2, also y, and m2 I will multiply with y and also y1. After multiplication I will write like this: m1 into y2 minus m1 into y, which is equal to m2 into y minus m2 into y1. Okay, so this is the information. Now here I will consider, I take y common. So y, we have to take y common. Therefore this term I will compact in one place and rest term I will put in another side. So here minus m1 y1 and this will be minus m2 y2 and which is equal to, in the right hand side that will be m2 y1, and now this term will be in right hand side. So I will say m1 into y2. Okay, student. So above information I have arranged in this way. Okay, student. Now above data I am going to erase. After erasing I will simplify further below data for getting extended. Now has to clear a here minus y1 I am going to take common. So here will be m1 and plus here will be m2. So I have to write here m2, which is equal to, in the right hand side I will take minus common. So I will put m1 y2, I will take this one first, and then m2 y1 I will write like this. Okay, student. Now further student has to notate here minus minus I will give, so I will make it cancel out. There will be no anything in my question. Therefore I will write m1 plus m2, m1 plus m2 into y, which is equal to m1 y2 plus m2 y1 I have written here. Okay, student. Now further I have to get the value of y in m1 in the case of m1 m2 y1 and y2 for. Okay, so further I am going to give value information for writing that information here. So here I will say y is equal to m1 y2 plus m2 y1 divided by, I will write m1 plus m2. m1 plus m2. So I have written here. Okay, so here information I am going to erase, and here I have saved in the value of x. I have got x is equal to m1 into x2 plus m2 into x1. I have written divided by, I will write m1 plus m2, m1 plus m2. So these are the coordinates of the point P, whose coordinate is written there, whose coordinate is written there, x and y. So value of x I have obtained, Yes, yes, equal to m1 x2 plus m2 plus 1 divided by m1 plus m2, and also the coordinates of the point P, which origin value is written here y. So value of y is equal to m1, sorry, m1 plus m1 into my2 plus m2 into y1 divided by m1 plus m2. So this is the section formula. If n is two points are given and that 2 points are joining, so we will get a line segment, and that line segment is divided in a certain ratio. So that ratio can be of certain ratio. So what will be the coordinate where that point divides? So coordinate, I will say that is x and y, and the value of x can be written as this, and also the value of y, that is the coordinate, can be written as this. Okay, student. Now this is the derivation I have derived here. Therefore, I will say this is as proof. Section formula as derived. So I will say this is the section formula, and this section formula has been derived when I will consider that line segment in the Cartesian plane, and I have assumed here the coordinate of A, which is x1 y1, and the coordinate of B is also written here x2 comma 1 2, and also that line segment AB is divided into two ratios, that one ratio is m1 and other ratio is m2, and its coordinate is P, and its coordinate will be x comma y. The value of x I have written here, the value of y I have also written here. Now the value, this is x1, so from this line and from this line the length will be perpendicular. So perpendicular distance, that is x1, and similarly from this point that is x. So this length will be x minus x1. If you are getting good knowledge on this point, so you like this live video, and also you subscribe this educational channel, and also you share this live video with your colleagues, friends and students, so that they can also update and develop their knowledge on this point. Similarly, I have got this length and also this length and this length. Because these two triangles are similar, it means that I will say the corresponding ratios will be equivalent. So after making equivalent, after simplifying, I have got the value of x and y. So according to this way, information giving concept can be explained in detail. Okay, so here I have told you one information. Here we have to assume that one point is A, other point is B, and it's one point which is intersecting the line segment. That point I say that is B, its coordinate I assume x comma y. Now that point is divided in the ratio m1 comma m2. I don't know what is the value of m1 and m2, so I have taken a general value. Its domain will be from minus infinity to plus infinity, and its domain will be also same as minus infinity to plus infinity. So according to this concept I have used, and after you have got the value of x and value of y. Okay. In the question, I am going to take question from the and we will use the same formula for taking the solution of the question. Okay, students, so this is very the question can be asked improve the section formula, so you have to draw same information for reading. Okay, student. Now further I am going to solve some question which is this topic, how which type of question can be asked in the exam. So that information I am going to explain here.